Right, so basically I've got to assemble it, but partially at the moment because shit, how do I get this lined up? I'm not putting it all together right now. What I actually need to do is, because of the way I've designed this, I am going to be gluing some of these on each end. Oh, my microphone's right over there. Right, I'll stick my microphone over here. Oh, God, I keep tripping over everything. Right, Bubbleator cylindrical version. I think this tube of glue's empty, so I'm going to have to use the other a new tube which I've got here. Yeah, I thought about clamping it, and I don't want to acetone. I don't want to acetone the parts together because I'll never ever get them apart, ever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Yoo-hoo glue, which is dissolvable with alcohol, basically. So the idea is that the stands are going to, each stand on each end is going to hold two of these bobbin holders, and the plug and play basically. I've got little pins that it latch into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them in the location pins more than anything. So I've got to get these located, and I want to make sure everything's straight and lined up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some. I'm just going to do 3 sets because I can have them at the bottom as well, but I'm not going to bother with the bottom for now. But the reason for that is because I want to have an access point where I can look through at the rotator, the drum, which is going to be in the middle, and this is one of the drums. So there's going to be, these have got magnets in, so the drums are going to be in the middle basically. Well, I want an access point so I can see what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick 2 of these bobbin holders, and I can slide the bobbins in, and that what I was planning on doing is actually having magnets in these so they actually hold themselves together, right, snap together, so the magnets basically stop everything from falling apart. So it's like magnetic latch. So I'm just going to put this in position at the moment without any glue because I want to check alignment. I want to check that everything lines up correctly. So there's going to be there's 2 here in series, and I've got to stick these together as well. I could use clamps. I've thought about using clamps, but the problem with using clamps, plastic 3D printed clamps, is that it obscures everything and it makes it hard to see what's going on. So I just wanted to glue them together, and then the bobbins slide inside here basically. This one is, yeah, one of the pins broke off. I actually had to simulate it by using some plastic, and so one of my little pins on this one, right there, it broke off, so I actually put a blob of plastic on. I think it's going to be fine, especially when I glue it on. It's just the location pins anyway. When I said Lego style, I meant Lego style. It's not literally Lego. It's just mainly locating pins to get everything so it's lined up, because let's face it, when you're trying to put something together, alignment is always the problem. If you get something glued in the wrong place, it's a bloody nightmare to get it right. So these pins do all that alignment for me, basically. Actually, I'll just take that one off for now. Let's just get this one, because this one's not seating properly. Where's my little thingy-majig? I've got this diamond hole cutter thing, and it's got a hollow thing on the end, and it's perfect for cleaning these pins up because they look a bit funny. Right, that's seating better now. It's wobbly, it's not sitting down properly, so this is what I'm trying to sort out. Right, these sets here are going to be fine. I'll take them out of the way. It's this one that's not sitting right. I can see what the problem is. This is what I'm talking about when I thought I'd go live. It's basically pre-aligned, pre-assembly. It's just to make sure everything's going to be okay. Let's just try this again. I've got a flipping something is stopping it from sitting down properly, so I'm just going to check these holes are clear. I've got little holes on the bottom. Right, that one's firing a bit more. There's something stopping it going down. It's that simulated pin that broke off and I had to redo it that's the problem. Yeah, when it came off the print bed, it was just not stuck down properly, and it literally just broke off in my hand when I caught it with my hand. So I had to stick one down. I don't want any problems when I come to put this together, I tell you. I just do not want any problems. I want it to, it seems to be on now. Look at that, it's just upside down. And it seems to be okay now. Right. Now there's still a little bit of protrusion, it's not quite laid down properly. again. That feels better. That definitely feels a lot better. That's good now. That's working. Right, so as I said, what I'm going to do is, I don't want to build this thing so there's too many. Ooh, I must have opened this glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a bit of Yoo-hoo on here. That's not going to be too strong. It's possible to remove the parts, you see, if I need to. Get one of these other ones. So basically I'm going to stick these together and put these on each end and leave it until possibly tomorrow, and then I can start the proper assembly. I want the glue to set overnight, you see. That one's for that one. I think I'll glue these on too, actually. I think it's probably a good idea. I'll do the next one. That one fits nicely. Oops, right. I'm actually not putting glue on the pins because I don't want to break the pins off if I do decide to take it apart, you know what I mean? So I'm basically just putting the glue around the pins there. The pins are just located. Right, that's that one on. The idea is that, as I say, the middle parts are going to have magnets to hold the two halves together across these bobbin holders, and the bobbin holders also form part of the structure, which makes the whole thing basically stay together. So they need to be bonded. They need to be quite strong, otherwise the whole thing will just flop apart. Now in this situation, I could actually put this thing together like that, you see. Right, but I'm going to stick in another two on this side, and then the two would come together. And the bobbin hole, I'll go and get a bobbin, I'll show you what I mean. So here's one of my coils I pre-wound from the previous build with the ferrite cores in the middle. So basically the bobbins just slide inside here like this. Like that. Just go inside and then I can slide them out. Very easy. So that's how it works. And then I can put my concentrics on the back if I want. I've got some different brackets to print for that, but I'm not going to do them yet. I just want to test this the way it is with the, I just want to keep everything simple for the moment. While we test it all, and I'm just going to make sure these all lined up properly. The best way to do this, I think, would be to put this on and help see if the pins line up. They should do. If I turn this over, they might fall off. The glue's not going to be dry yet, so I don't know if I can do this. Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, there's going to be some give in the whole system anyway. There's going to be a slight amount of give. Right, there we go. Now you can see, this is just with 2, but there's going to be 4. So you can see how this system holds itself together, basically. Right? And this side is not glued on, because I'm going to be putting 2 bobbins on, bobbin holders on this side. So they line up perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that for a while, because it helps to line things up. And I'm going to let the glue set on the bottom section, and then I'm going to be putting bobbin holders on this top section as well. And then I'll bring those together, and they'll line up with these on the bottom. So if I leave this on here, it will hold these in alignment, so the glue sets with them all perfectly perpendicular and lined up. If I was to leave the glue to set without this top section on, one of them might be cockeyed, it might sort of be out of alignment, and then I'm going to have a lot of fun trying to push the damn thing into alignment, and everything's going to be kind of like that, like a V shape, to exaggerate it, instead of in a straight alignment. So I'm going to leave this top on while the glue sets. And then I'm going to do the other ones for the other side. And the magnet holders go in the centre, which is when the drive shaft goes through. So the magnet holders will be right, the magnets, the actual drums go right in the middle, like that. And I've got, obviously, my coupling system to put in there as well. And I've only done 1 magnet drum so far. I mean, I've only put the magnets in 1 drum. I've got another 3 drums to go in. So there's another 2 in this section, in this bottom section. And then there's 2 more in the top section. So in total there's 4 drums. There's 4, oops, this is falling off. There's actually 4 of these. This fell off, I knocked it off. It's there we go, it's lined itself up. So you can see, that's cool. I like this new design, it's so easy and it's so tiny. It's going to be really, really strong because of the way it's held together. Nothing's going to flex and bend, and we're not going to have the problems of rotors bending like we did before, because it's a drum system. And when I put the ball bearing on this drum, it's interesting how because I've got magnets there, north, so there's actually magnets on through there. And if you look, I've got end caps that hold the magnets in place. I don't know if you can see them. There's little plastic end caps which are bonded in place with acetone. So the magnets are arranged north-north, then south-south, then north-north. And the way it behaves, this magnet, this ball bearing just jumps all the way around. If I move it like this, it just goes all the way around. It's interesting how it works. So there's going to be basically, later on I'm going to be putting ball bearing coupling on my coils. I've got a load of these ball bearings. I've got about 10 of them, I think, or 9 of them. So I've got enough for the job, I think. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I probably don't have enough, but I can always get some more ball bearings at some point. I don't have to populate all of these bobbin holders. I don't have to populate all of them with coils. Because they also form part of the structure that holds it together. So they serve a dual purpose really. They perform the function of holding the bobbins and also giving it structural integrity. So, you know, I'm not forced to populate all of them with coils, but they're there if I want them, you see. And I've got coils ready wound, which I can just slide in, which I can take out from the other system as well. So, yeah. So I've got these other right, here's one without magnets in it. There is no magnets in there yet, but that's got to be sorted out. I've got plenty of magnets for this, so there's no worry of running out. I might as well bring them over here because I've been letting this other one dry out, so I'm actually printing another one of these at the moment, so there's going to be 4 in series with magnet drums, so it'll be an extra one taller than this, and the one goes on top, and that will form the full width once it's done. At the moment I've only got the 2, so as you can see, the way this is right now, everything's fine. I ain't glued this side, you see. At least it's, I don't want to glue this side because I've got these things to put on this end as well. That's interesting how it fell apart there. It's okay though. Get these pins lined up. Right. I think we're lined up now. Right. I just want to keep it lined up while the glue sets on this side. Right. So basically the drums, there'll be 2 in the middle, and this is the same width if you look. I've just got to hold this together while and the drive shaft. I've got the width right. I'm just putting it in so you can see that the width is correct. There's actually some space. So it's not going to be too tight between these stands. There's a bit of a gap, which is perfect. So I'm not going to be sanding those down, which is always good when you don't have to faff about with sandpaper and files and everything. So yeah, I'll just leave that to dry. But actually, how long does this take to dry, this glue? So I don't know, I'm not sure about this U-hook. Oh my god, this is flipping foreign stuff. It's not even English. It doesn't say. That's annoying. Well, it's probably overnight. Yoo-hoo used to be a British brand and now it's been taken over by foreigners. Typical. I think it was British anyway. Oh well. So not much happening at the moment. I've made some pulleys. I've got these. Oh, I've got to set this thing out. I've got these pulleys for the belt tensioner in my acetone gas. So let's move this out of the way a minute while that's drying. Right, these are the... Oh my god, it's been in there a bit too long. It'll be alright. I want it to be really strong though. These are belt tensioners. Right, so I'll put a ball bearing in there just to support it while it doesn't, so it didn't block down. But basically this is a belt tensioner and a pulley and a bearing holder. It's been in that acetone, a little bit gas, a little bit too long, but it's alright, it's not wilting. I want it to be strong though, because these pulleys are going to be taking quite a lot of high RPM. Now, the idea is I'm going to be putting these tiny little bearings. I've got these 5mm wide outside diameter bearings, which are going to go in this flat belt pulley on this side and the other side. And the pulley is mounted on a stud which goes on here, and this bracket is mounted on a 12mm bearing, which is mounted inside this thing, which is the bearing holder. So I've got a belt tensioner basically, which is going to be this drive belt. So the drive belt will go through there like that. Right. So I also made a universal joint. I don't know if I've showed this before, but it works. It works, you know, like the kind of thing you see on trucks, you know. I just use nails to hold the thing together. I mean, this was an experiment just to see if it would work technically, but that's not for this project. That's for something else. My air turbine system. If I decide to use an extension thing, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be doing. The way things are going with that, it's not really been productive so far. I also made some earlier belt tensioner parts, which, well, that was a bit too thin. I've decided to make a new one, which is this one, which is doubled, so that a bearing can sort of sit in between there, instead of it being single bar, because that would flop about too much. It would probably bend too much. So this one's more rigid, so I improved that a little bit. What else is there to talk about right now? Not a lot. I've got this dry, my belt tensioner. I'm going to let that dry out. I'm going to pop this ball bearing out of here so it'll dry a bit faster. I don't know if it's going to affect it. Let's see if I can get the ball. Oh, it's too squidgy right now. It's very, very soft. I better let it dry properly. It's been in that acetone gas so long that it's gone really soft. But that's okay. Yeah, it's very soft at the moment, is this. It needs an hour or two to dry out, and it'll be really tough then, because the acetone's penetrated right the way through it. So you can see it's almost translucent. Well, it is translucent. It's not transparent, but it's translucent because of the acetone that's gone through the plastic to bond all the fibres together, and it'll be really strong once this is dried out. In fact, it's still stuck to this hard drive platter. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my flatbed pulley. Yeah, it's going to be a good one that's dried out. Actually, I'm going to put this in an area where it won't warp. I've got a little container over there where it'll dry slowly. So, I'll stick that in there. Right, it's just a short live stream, nothing fancy. I just wanted to show some pre-assembly work, which is what we're doing, and that's it for now. Hopefully by tomorrow, if you keep an eye out, Tuesday, let's see what's the date, Tuesday the 3rd of September 2019, I should be assembling this lot. If not, the latest will be Wednesday, because I do have a little thing to do tomorrow. I've got to go and help somebody with a computer problem. A friend of mine, when my mum was alive, she has a friend who's still alive. My mum passed away, so she wants me to go and look at her computer, so I'm going to have to be popping out to sort that out tomorrow. So if I get stuck with that all day, if that ends up being a 5 or 6 hour problem, because she's on Linux now, because I put Linux on, so she doesn't have any virus problems. So if that turns out to be a bit of a long struggle, then it's going to be Wednesday when I start to assemble all this lot, but otherwise it should be tomorrow. Anyway, that's it for now.